And welcome back to another Tales of Tribute game. Playing second again this time, unfortunately. Opponent goes Orgnum first. That's fine. Let's try Alessia and Rajin again. I feel like that Rajin loss earlier made me a bit sad, so I'm gonna try Master Rajin a little better. Opponent taking a while to think of his fourth patron. Orgnum first. Orgnum is a very swingy deck. So far I haven't seen. It's not as scary as it was, when Tales of Tribute was first released. It's quite easy to fight against at this stage because when you're unfavored by Orgnum, it's actually cheaper to use them. You can use 1 gold to turn into 2 power, and it's a very big cost on the economy if you keep trying to spam Orgnum. Opponent picks up the Somerset Sacking first, which is only a good card if you're going Orgnum. Otherwise, it's a terrible card, and he starts going Orgnum. So at this stage, I don't think I want to work on fighting against Orgnum just quite yet. I think the most gold efficient thing to do is use our Alessia power. That shuffles a slightly annoying agent that also gives 2 gold into our deck. This will allow us to have a better economy than our opponent. And the real question is our opponent gonna still try to go Orgnum? By pressing it one more time, it costs him 3 gold, and it shuffles a 1 more Somerset Sacking into his deck. Somerset Sacking only gives prestige and maybe 1 gold on combo. It is good for rushing prestige, but it's still early in the game. Stubborn Shadow is a great card against Orgnum because it's a big fat agent and also has a -2 prestige on the combo attached to it. Opponent buys Blackmail, which indicates that he's going heavy on the power. He doesn't kill my Rebel with his extra power, so I think that's the correct thing to do if you're rushing someone down. Alessia Rebel is quite. Oh, I unfortunately do not manage to draw my cards that I shuffled into my deck earlier on, so we're still kind of stuck here. Anyway, like I was saying, Alessian Rebel is kind of a card that can be ignored if you are trying to rush your opponent down with power, which my opponent is still doing, so fine by me. Let us shuffle another captain to my deck. So now we have 2 captains. Those will be going to be quite annoying to face off if you're my opponent, and this gives us a much better economy compared to my opponent at this stage. So now I feel pretty confident fighting against Orgnum. If my opponent is doing this, spending 3 gold to get 2 power with his Orgnum, I can spend 1 gold to get 2 power. And now we can start to buy good and expensive cards. I'm trying to calculate the best way to get Stubborn Shadow. Unfortunately, I miscalculated here. I think I should have used my Chainbreaker Sergeant to get the 3 gold instead, but oh well. We also use Black Sacrament to try to get rid of his agent without using power. We reveal an ambush, unfortunately, so my opponent's probably going to use that to kill both my agents, such as life. There's a Prowling Shadow there, which is worth 2 toughness, and is kind of annoying, and is a Regine combo. That's something we can consider picking up. Also sort of depends on whether my opponent wants to use Orgnum at this point, or rather just use ambush. It's a bit plus minus at this stage. Our next turn is going to be pretty bad though. We only have like 5 useless gold. Orgnum gives him 2 power, 2 gold for 2 power, but he leaves my agents alive, which is very, very, like, I spend 1 gold to get 2 power. I can buy the Hlalu, gives me ton of gold card, that will help my economy a lot more. Probably ambush, I think, is reasonable to stop my opponent from using it to kill my agents. We reveal a Ragpicker, which would be nice in our deck. I would like to make my deck smaller. Something else that would be nice is the Alessia donate cards. Those are always great. I like to donate away bad cards, especially these gold coins, and turn them into good cards. He drew his Somerset Sacking, so he just got himself a bit of prestige there. Using Orgnum again to give him 2 power. I think we're gonna start to outpace our opponent pretty soon, especially since he needs to spend the power that he gained to kill my agents. Now, only 2 power. Now we got a 3 toughness agent on the field, and hiding behind it, we also got a Chainbreaker Sergeant, which is probably gonna give just enough gold to get rid of at least 1 coin. And yeah, I think now we're in a very commanding position, and I can definitely start to play. I mean, I'm not playing the tightest, I think, but I can start to play a little looser now because it's going to be pretty tough for my opponent to get through this. Somerset Sacking, yeah, not a very impressive card unless you're almost close to victory and it's giving you that last couple of points. And we've got a Stubborn Shadow combo. We even got a Stubborn Shadow combo right now, so that's -2 prestige for my opponent, which is fine. And my agents can hide behind this Stubborn Shadow and start to generate power myself. So I think that's reasonable. We can just keep getting 2 power every time. Pick up that I'm not sure if picking up Stubborn Shadow was 100% correct. I mean, it is 2 toughness. It's slightly hard to kill, but it does make my deck bigger, and we still haven't really picked up any tossing cards yet. So yeah, what can you do? I leave the Saint's Wrath open. It would actually be very good for my opponent. It's a very we got Priestess of 8. I'm more than happy. That is the perfect card to pick up. Exactly what I was looking for. Let's buy something that lets us toss bad cards away. Imprisonment, yeah, I do want to pick that up too, but I don't think we can afford it. Oh yes, we can. Great, let's pick that up too. And Stubborn Shadow doesn't do anything. So we are ahead of our opponent now. I think he's gonna find it very difficult to fight against Orgnum, and you know, we have plenty of options ahead of us. There's still Hlalu power on the field, which lets us turn expensive cards into prestige. We have a couple of slightly expensive, you know, Stubborn Shadow, like that can turn into 5 prestige at any time. I'm probably gonna pick up Priestess of the 8 next. My opponent is just praying he draws his Saint's Wrath quickly. Unfortunately, no Almalexia on the field to try to shuffle it away, so Doesn't kill my other agents. I'm just gonna start generating power with these guys. Just a bit of power each time. Sadly, we don't get a Crawling Shadow combo going. That's fair enough. Yeah, but we got just enough to get Priestess of the 8, and all our other Alessia agents are busy generating power. And yeah, we can leave the Rebel on the field. It actually doesn't do anything, and once he draws his Saint's Wrath, it's all gonna die anyway. And Priestess of the 8, very happy to pick that up. You know, Donate 2 is already a good effect by itself, but the fact that it leaves an agent on the field that must be killed, even if it's 1 toughness. 1 toughness is not the hardest to kill, but I love the Priestess, Alessian Priestess so much. It is just a brilliant card and combos so well with basically any other deck, because your deck's always going to have some gold coins, and especially Sijic, you can toss away bad cards, stack your deck very well, then Alessia away the gold coins and turn them into good cards. That's just very, very fun. So my opponent's definitely going to draw the Saint's Wrath right now. Not much I can do about that. Other considerations right now is we can use our Hlalu power because we're getting very, very close to victory. We picked up the tie. So like, imagine if we use our Hlalu power now twice. And yeah, that probably was mislethal right there actually. We could have used our Hlalu power twice and killed both our agents, and that would easily bring us the victory there. But like I said, I'm definitely playing a bit loose. I'm feeling very confident now. I highly doubt my opponent is even close to achieving 40 prestige. And meanwhile, we got our Stubborn Shadow, which is just enough to generate us 5 prestige with our Hlalu power. So let's Stubborn Shadow and eat it up with our Hlalu power and call it a day. So yeah, nice and simple game. Orgnum, you know, when you start spamming Orgnum at the start, you just need to spam it back against your opponent. And once your deck is slightly better than your opponent, you're eventually going to win at some point. So yeah, Orgnum is a very I do not think Orgnum is a good thing to spam anymore at the start. It's even in the beginning, that's not great. And now it's even easier to deal with. Unless you get something lucky, you know, you pick up an armory early, then you can start spamming Orgnum, and your opponent's forced. And even then, even if you pick up an armory early, I'm not sure spamming Orgnum is correct, because you get to make your deck bigger and draw fewer armories. Yeah, but anyway, thanks for watching.